All right, we're starting to get this opened up here. This deadfall down here and all that's up off the ground now. I just have to watch for these thorns. See those things right there? Through the bottom of your shoe. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's quite unpleasant. And digging those out of a pig's hoof is equally no fun. So walking back up in here, you see we got some goldenrod. Those are about 6 foot tall. Now it looks like there may have been some kind of foundation here at some point, like they had a building or something here. So a big locust growing up right there, locust there, and the one right in between. All 3 of these are dying. I don't know if I can get those down right now. Here's the Osage I'm cleaning up. You see where I cut it off at the stump, all this new growth that has exploded out of it. And what's bad is I cut this back just last fall. So this is what an Osage will do to you over the winter. Now I can't remember what it's called, if that's coppicine or pollard, when you cut a tree all the way down and it comes back out like that. No good right there. I'll have to get that cut down. But as you see, there's a bunch of dead stuff up in here. But you got a nice size area here that gets a lot of sun right now. When the trees come in, it won't get as much sun, but there's some grass that grows up back here and a lot of hackberry up in this little grove. So I'm sure the pigs will get in here and find something worthy of turning over. And of course they'll root up all the trash that's back here. Now here's the fence line for the property, if you can see that running down through there. So this will come all the way over here. Now there's some spots out here where some kids used to play and stuff, and there's a little fire ring area right here. Those would be some good landscaping rocks if I can get out here and get them picked up. I guess you can kind of see it more right here. Yeah, deadfall everywhere. This fence has obviously seen better days. Now you can see why I want to put the hot wire in. This is not going to keep a pig. Not a highly motivated one anyway. So anyway, you keep coming over here. I don't think I'll bring them over this far. But, you know, it's a race down to the creek at this point. And you get in the right spot and it is definitely a catastrophic fall. You are not going to stop your advance. Gravity will not be your friend. It's a nice view of the creek though. So technically, I guess running down, if you cut that right down the middle, all that back over there up to this Kaufmantown Road and Shenandoah Road there is all part of our property, but this is going to stay in what it is. I mean, there's really not a whole lot we can do with it. But you see where the creek was washing out, almost washed out the road there. You could see all the utilities exposed at one point. The city finally came in and put those big rocks in. But anyway, I think I'll bring it down this old fence line, and maybe somewhere right in here I'll bring it across and then back up. This will give them a nice little paddock. I mean, I have to admit the Boars don't do a whole lot. We got some flowers coming in up here. Where's my folks who know their flowers? I'm not sure what those are, but our fall spring we're having right now. So the Boars are pretty lazy, and I can't really get back up in here. I mean, I'm going to be using just step-in post, and that is all rock right down through there. So, you know, you might be hard-pressed to get a post to put in the ground. But I think some of this stuff I'll start piling up and burning if the wind ever decides to die down on me here. You know, you got a bunch of that sumac in here too that are dead. But we've had some pretty good winds lately. I figured if anything was going to fall, it would have done it by now. This is a little stand of hackberry right here. Actually, pretty much all that over there is. I think that's a walnut. And about it freaking exercises my complete knowledge of trees. So anyway, that's the plan. It's just to come in here, and I think I'll keep them on this side of where these rocks are, because I don't know what all's up in there. Normally where there's been some kind of builder foundation, there's been a lot of nails, a lot of glass. It seems like the places were just torn down and burnt in place. There's been a few places here on the farm that I've cleaned up, and it's just been, you know, one huge 5-gallon bucket full of nails and stuff after the next. So it can be a lot to deal with. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that tree right there down, clear this spot off, but not a high priority right now. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at as I try to fall down. So a little bit cleanup left to do here, start getting some of this stuff picked up, and then we'll start getting some posts stepped in. Now, I don't plan on moving the pigs today since I'm alone on the farm right now, because it can be challenging at times to get the pigs to cooperate. So I think I'll wait until tomorrow when the girls are here, and we'll knock that stuff out, and that'll be it'll feel good to get them up here. I've really wanted to do something with this spot. Now, there are some posts in the ground where I could run a wire across there. I think I'm gonna funnel them up through this little spot and give them a little bit of space out here, just so we can get water over to them and things like that, because I got some grapes planted, and we were going to use these some of these posts for trellising. So there's you know, reasons I don't want them all over that post right now. Now, if the grapes seem to not work out, then, you know, all bets are off. This is going to go away. I should tear it apart while it's not full of wasps, but I'll probably just get it on the pallet forks and haul it out to the big burn pile in the pasture. And then I have to deal with that stuff. And if I didn't say it, you know, the person who came up with the phrase "death by 1,000 cuts" definitely dealt with Osage at some point, because I feel like a wildcat has been on me. So, and I don't like that. But anyway, I still haven't touched this yet. Not that it's a priority right now. We still got, I mean, this is still February. We're not going to put a plant in the ground until after the beginning of June. So our ground temperatures will still be too cold. But anyway, rambling again. So I'll catch y'all here in a bit. Definitely short on step-in post right now. I managed to scrounge up a couple extra. I mean, is it big enough to get them started? Yes. My concern is going to be that they are going to, they're really going to get in each other when we first put them back in here. Darby's been separated from Wiz and Romeo for, well, I guess since early January, almost 2 months. So all he's going to want to do is fight, which means we'll have a bunch of busted up piggies. I mean, there's nothing really you can do to stop it. They're not going to hurt each other. There'll probably be some blood and little meaty bits, but I would say it's all in good fun, and they're going to do it whether we want them to or not. Yeah, I didn't think about how heavy this wire was going to be. But I should be able to walk these suckers right through here. Put water right here on the corner. So we'll be able to get water to them. Man, I hate these false spring days, because it is gorgeous. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow too. Then I think we got some more cold front stuff blowing in. Anyway, All right, well, against all odds. So the Energizer's hooked up. I got the grounding rod in, probably, I don't know, 2 feet there. And I got, a quarter length of T-posts there, and on the 2 corners down there. And I moved around a couple of the other posts, so not a bad size little paddock. Like I said, it's not the end product, but I guess it'll be good enough. And the Energizer is cooking everything, including what's on that roll there. I'm not going to leave it on for the night. I just want to make sure it still actually functioned before we got too much further with this. So yeah, this will be good to get the piggies out here, and yeah, I'll get a house moved in the morning and get a waterer brought over. Should be good to go. So the guy with the tree service finally reached out. We're about to get a load of wood chips dropped off here, so nice. Now this gentleman only does tree work on a part-time basis. Man, that smells good. Looks like he's got a lot of pine or cedar in here. But that's only like maybe a third of a load. And that's way more than what I had down at the bottom of the hill I was working with. So this will easily fill these, cover this little bed I'm making back here, and start getting some in the barnyard. Well, the cows weren't in their normal spot today, which is way down at the bottom of the farm. We're way up here at the top of the farm today. So I'd say this is the northwest corner. Man, she's a pretty cow. But she ain't much smaller, if she's any smaller than these Angus we got next door. There's some pretty cows too. That one right there is a good looking cow. Well, it looks like it's gonna be a blue coat kind of night. Huh? Did y'all get it worked out? It's been a while since you had a good tussle. Let's go up here and look at these other two. So I run another strand of wire. I don't know what the deal was Darby when he first got in here, but you hot, bud? I bet you are. Yeah, you a mess too. Got y'all some water, some feed. Wiz, you don't look worse for wear. Big old slobber patch on your side. Boy, I ain't never seen pigs be so ridiculous. These guys have tore each other to shreds. And Wiz and Romeo have been living together for a while, and they're looking like they want to get into it. Romeo's cut up pretty good, which is not surprising. Look at him, he's still gonna get down there and act a fool. This is why they have that armor, or the shield, on their front shoulders. That's where the bulk of the damage is at. Yeah, some cuts and scrapes along their ears and down around their jowls, but I'll probably try to bring them some food over here and get them focused on something other than fighting. All right, well, we got the bulk of the herd on the main pasture now. 2, 3, 4. So 11 of my big ones. 3 of these are Boars. That means the rest of them are sows. Yeah, all 8 of my sows are out here, not counting any of the juvies. Back over there, if I can figure out where I'm aiming. So the boars are still tearing themselves up over there, but I think they're winding down. I just got a house moved in for them. So I just put it in the back of the side-by-side and strapped her down and hauled it over there. So that's a pleasant surprise that I can actually do that with the side-by-side instead of having to worry about the pallet forks all the time. Now I wouldn't be able to do it with that big house right out there in the middle of the screen. But yeah, Lemon, well, Fig came back in. I separated her and Darby, and she's already put Lemon Girl in her place. So that was refreshing to see, because Lemon's been running these pigs wild. Now Popcorn here, I don't know if she's got a hold of him yet, but she tossed Odin, the one right over there in the middle, like it was nobody's business. He's been getting wrecked. So anyway, I have not been out to check on the cows this afternoon, so I'll probably get these boars some water and then take a mosey out there and see how they're doing. But boars definitely need water because they've been a fighting, so let me go take care of that. Yeah, it sure does look like an old building foundation here. There's a couple rails right there for sliding barn doors. Not that those did anything over here. Oh, freaking Osage crap. These 2 are still going at it here. Pardon my nose. Whatever's blowing in on this weather has just got me all jacked up. I know I say that every time I make a video. We'll sit on this rock and watch these rocks. Y'all done slobbered everywhere. Well, they've been marking territory. It stinks. I want to hose Wiz down because he's gonna, or Darby down because he's gonna go over there and lay in waters. Hey, you want me to hose you off? Huh? Bloody pig. See if I can set y'all up here. I'm about to get myself on this hot wire. Hey, come here. Well, this thing ain't got much pressure on it, does it? All right, well, we gave it a shot. I guess he's just gonna dump all the water. Hopefully everybody gets a drink before you do it. Freaking simple minds, you can just hear them chomping away. It's a lot of birds out there in that pasture. I'm sure they've got these hackberries and stuff picked clean, which is all good. There has been a false dinner bell sounded. The hazelnut up there. Just love to look at those all black coonies. Tell you, Fig right here got considerably larger while she was away from the rest of the girls. She's looking at being one of my biggest sows right now. Happy to see those two up there. I call that little flat area up there when you crest that hill the meadow. I don't know why I call it the meadow, but I'd really like to get some wildflowers growing up there. It's just a nice little spot. Maisie, and I guess I spelled her name wrong in the video because it's supposed to be French and spelled some other way, and I'm not French, nor do I know how to spell some common English words, much less something like that, so I'll apologize in advance, and I guess I'll correct it at some point so we all know how it's supposed to be spelled. Man, it is quiet. All I can hear is piggies munching. Now, people ask about the Kunekune's root. This is some of the rooting that I see around here. That's, I mean, at the most extreme spot, maybe an inch. But there was something down there that they really wanted to get at, and there's just a few spots around here where they did it. A little bit right there. But that doesn't hurt my feelings. Like I said, the worst place they'll root is where they wallow. Now, I'll try to throw feed down around stuff like these stumps and let them clean out around them. Because one, it helps me find them again when it's time to mow. This one, not so much of a problem. But there's one like right there that'll get all covered up. Anyway. Well, as soon as I turn my camera on, the wind picks up. These two seem to have settled down a little bit. They're cleaning up the food I put out earlier. They're a little bloodied and battered. Part of my fence over there keeps sparking. Look at these two. Out of control. Say we do what we do. Anyway, they've already started tromping this stuff down. Probably ain't gonna take them long. They'll have this good and cleaned up. I've already pulled some stuff off the fence. They knocked over on it. Romeo's pretty bloodied up here. He's doing a good job cleaning all this up. Y'all might uncover some good stuff to bring my magnet out here. I say good stuff, it'll probably be a ton of freaking nails and things like that. I'm sure there's gonna be some glass y'all will uncover. There's a bunch of busted glass back up in here. I think I cleaned the bulk of it up some years ago, but there's probably still a mess of it out here. Well, we all appear to be buddies today. Back to one big happy family. I hear my fence popping over here. Hey, I'm gonna tromp this down pretty good. I don't know why this is wanting to arc right there. You see that popping? Yeah, we're really just getting started with them in this little paddock, and they have already done an amazing job of tromping this down. They got me a good pile of sticks going over there for a fire. These guys are out of control. I know I say that all the time. It's my way of saying they crack me up, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna have some good rocks. Get some of these pulled up. Use them for landscaping. I see somebody has gotten into the fence. Well, snap. Looks like something's already broke. Well, it's always that bottom wire. Let me go unhook this so I can get that figured out.